Moving into the roles, this allows us to create very custom roles as to who can do what on the tenant. As an example, if we were to create a new role, and maybe I wanted to create just a reporting only role, and then I can assign the permission set to this user. So maybe I only want to grant them access to view all reports. I don't want them managing or creating any new reports, so we can define on a per role basis who has permissions to do what on the tenant. If I did want to give them access to manage or create reports, I can very quickly adjust the permission set to that custom role. Moving over to skills. So we mentioned how we're going to use a combination of skills, groups, as well as individual routing. When we get over to the queue phase, we can define exactly how we're going to escalate or route those interactions. To create a skill, it's very, very simple. Simply click the Create button, define what skill name you want it to have, and then if this skill is going to have proficiency, yes or no. Once a skill is created, we can actually highlight the actual skill itself, and it'll show us everyone associated to that skill and what their current proficiency is. So in this case, we see Johnny Burgess, current at 15. I can modify that on the fly. I could also add additional users to this skill as well. So in this case, we could add Gus to the skill proficiency at a 20, and very quickly we add him to the skill set. Moving to groups, very similar in that we simply give it a name and click Submit, and we've now created that new group. Once a group's created, you can click on the group itself and define who's associated or see who's associated to that actual group. So in this case, we see Roger, Leslie, and Anthony. We can add or remove users very quickly by removing them, or very quickly just click on the add and define who you want to add to that new group.